Welcome everyone to Lights of Miiva episode 83. My name is Sam Leonard, I'll be your GM, and I have some players.
My name is Zura, playing Lumi, the Circle of Stars Druid.
Hi, I'm Suda, playing Riisha, the Roguelock, and I can walk on water.
Mia, playing Beraald the Ranger, and I have an animal companion, a giant raccoon named Lucy.
Hi, I am Sadie, playing Zari, the Paladin Barbarian.
I'm Inter, I'm playing Criior the Monk, and I can walk on water.
I'm Ashes, and I play Everkeith the Wizard. I can't walk on water, but I can make people be able to breathe underwater.
We have people who can walk this way. Anyway, so talk this way.
Stop it.
So you guys fought a dragon turtle, blew it up, and then converted it into a crab, because as we know, all ocean creatures eventually crab. Boy, I distracted myself with my own joke. Yeah, you guys sailed, spent 3 months on the ocean. You're really tired of salt pork. You're even more tired of salt beef, because salt beef is less good than salt pork. Unfortunately, you ran out of salt beef, or you ran out of salt pork a while ago. And peas, and mushy peas. Because even Zari, with her everlasting pouch of spices, cannot make food taste less salty. And so
I would need more potatoes for that.
Yeah, and the potatoes have been gone for at least a month and a half, if not 2. And so you guys are currently in, I don't actually have a name for this bay, but you're currently in this bay, and you have gotten into the wind is very calm, and the ship is making almost no progress. And at the end of the session, Lumi had flown out, and near the maximum of his fly time, had seen a city or a town. It's smaller than, its physical area is smaller than that of Miiva. The number of people is probably higher, but the physical area is smaller than that of Miiva. A town with a pall of smoke over it, that he could not identify as other than just it being a pall of smoke. And as we ended the session, there was a faint whiff of wood smoke on the breeze. And the ship is currently taking another tack, or currently switching tacks, attempting to whatever little breath of wind that you can find. The captain, who's Andrea, is trying to get, and once you guys are on the new tack, there's just, this is as calm as it has been since you guys got on the ocean. The sea is nearly glass smooth. Occasionally you see otters or turtles or something breach the surface for just long enough to, create a ripple in the water. And Andrea comes up to you guys and goes, we may be a couple days out at sea, and at this point, we have a choice to make. We can either sail to Forest Cliff, which is a little easier to get to and is more associated with the city of Kirsch, or we can sail to Stormway, which is the colony from Kartuk. Stormway's a little harder to get to, but it might be a little faster, just given the tack we're currently on in the breeze. So you guys are the you chartered my boat, and we're now here. So tell me which port to arrive at. I have charts for both.
Which of the towns does it look like I was close enough to see when I went out scouting?
She gets a description from you of the thing, and she thinks for a minute and goes below to her office, comes back with a chart with a couple of charts, and finds a box or something to put them on, roll them out on so that you guys can see it with no wind. Like the there's a curl to the paper, but it's not like flapping in the wind at all. And she's like, which one of these two did it more look like? And Zerder, I will let you choose. So, overhead view of Forest Cliff. And then overhead view of Stormway. Should actually show chat as well. So, Forest Cliff for chat. And Stormway.
Which one of those was the more Kirsch adjacent?
Forest Cliff was the more Kirsch adjacent one.
Good, because that's one I like the look of most.
Sure. So, yes, Forest Cliff is the one that you saw then.
Well, I'll just tap the charts. That one, I recognize the plaza around the big, what looks like a big building.
She nods. Okay. That's where you would like to go then?
For me, it's the place I'd like to go because I've seen that, but if anyone else have interjections, I don't know.
She nods. Rolls up her things and goes, about 4 hours on this, and looks at Saxon and goes, about 4 hours on this tack, and then we'll try for south again. He nods.
Would we be able to reach either in 7 days?
We should be less than 7 days from either of them, even if the wind doesn't pick up.
Okay, I'm gonna do a divination.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask any question. I'm just gonna ask which one should we go to?
Okay. God or God servants, you ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity occurs within 7 days. Fair enough. DM offers a truthful reply. Reply might be a short phrase, cryptic, rhyme, or an omen. Rhyme. I'm horrible at rhymes. I would love to do it.
Never make a DM come up with a poem on the spot.
There are DMs that can do it. I am not one of them.
Yet never make any DM do it, even if they're good at it. Let them make that choice.
Go Gans, have fun.
Yeah. Okay, I'm forming words in my head. You guys can talk among yourselves for a second. Because now I'm having to do it because my brain has started down this path.
Whisper, 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 whisper.
Lumi will just point to the odd buildings around the chart, indicating smokestacks and like the biggest ones, and probably guess some kind of industry like blacksmith or maybe a big tavern.
Okay.
You
I'm just
probably saw a big plume like here.
So
So-
your question specifically was which one should you go to, right?
I mean, I phrase it more smartly than that
Fair.
for the spell, but
that-
yes.
Okay. So the answer you get back is Forest Cliff, a decision make, but Stormway, a terror wake.
All right.
I'll type it out in.
So
And this happens.
Here's-
Sorry, this is all happening like not in game, right? This divination.
I cast a spell to ask a question and get an answer from the gods.
Yeah.
And that
Okay.
and that rhyming couplet is the answer I receive.
Yes.
Yeah.
And is
in
that
They
character.
get a
something when you-
download from God.
Okay.
I don't know how I receive that.
Okay.
You hear
I
a
think-
feminine voice in your head.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured makes the most sense for the way my character does divination.
Mhm.
Thank you.
So whether or not you share that specifics with the party, that's up to you. But that is what you receive in your mind. It's the voice is not quite your not quite your mentor. It's almost, but not quite.
All right, so here's where Eberkeith's head is at on this. I got a she got a card reading in Miiva.
Yes.
And 2 of the 3 things she received have basically come to pass. We got attacked on the way here. We got here, and the port we were intending to come to is no good. So that's a catastrophe, right?
It could be. It sure seems like one.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't tell for sure if it's the catastrophe that was foretold, but it seems to fit the bill. But then the third one is when we get there, I'm gonna be led away by my first instinct, or led astray, and if I follow them for too long, it'll be too late. It was the third thing I received from that reading.
I think that
So
sounds
like,
right.
I went to the VOD yesterday and double checked all this.
Mhm.
Uh,
I'm glad somebody did, because I should have.
Because I made notes at the time, but the file got corrupted.
Oh no.
No.
I actually made notes, and
I know.
and the file got corrupted. So I had to go back to the VOD and double check. So like, Eberkeith's really like second guessing every thought she has on this.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she comes to the Forest Cliff is what she recommends as, you know, the group's seer.
All right. So, as you guys beat back south again. It's rough going. It is like at sunrise the next day, you can see the shoreline in the haze in the distance. And by sunset in the next day, the shoreline looks slightly closer. Day 2 comes, and even somebody's adding ships. Even
I'm having fun.
yeah, they would actually be a little bigger than that generally, given the scale. 100, most ships would be on the order of 50 to 100 feet. That is... anyway, not important. On day 2, you guys are getting closer to Forest Cliff. There starts being... You start getting... sail kvetches, basically small sailing ships, that are coming out from shore and fishing. Like they're fishing. With the very light wind, they are being rowed out from shore, and the like rowed out from shore, throw a net into the water, come up, haul up a load of fish. There's definitely a sorting algorithm where they're careful when they haul up, and sometimes they cut the net free, rather than haul in something. But about it's 100 meters on the square. So anyway, my brain is getting distracted by... I'm very
The big
distracted.
ones I made were against the scale, and then I moved them up.
Right.
So I think your scale might be off if these are supposed to dock there.
That would be 100 meter, or that would be 100.
Oh, the scale is meter. You're right. So
Yes.
so they should be like about a third of that. Okay.
Correct. So instead of... Anyway. Brain fart. Lovely brain fart. So about noon on day 2, since you guys have been beating to the south towards Forest Cliff, the city's getting bigger in the distance. But it's definitely you wish you had oars at this point, because these little kvetches are rowing their way out and back and making you look like you're standing still almost. One of them comes up to the ship and rows up beside you and goes, "Want some fresh fish?"
And you,
Question:
We-
in a language any one of us understands?
This would be, sorry, I should have been specific. This would be in air quotes common, which is the Kartukian common. So not in Feyan,
not Feyan.
not in Elven. This would be Kartukian common. So several of you recognize that. Go ahead.
Had you said that you had said that we were getting real tired of what we had on board that we were eating?
Oh yeah, salt and salt is what is in your head.
But we've been fishing, so what we've been having includes fresh fish.
True, that is a true statement.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Probably fresh fish and fresh squid and fresh horror from the deep.
We've had we brought fishing equipment, and we have a giant
Right.
owl or giant eagle, depending on the day.
So we did. I'm sorry. We did wind up bringing the fishing equipment because I thought, unfortunately, I was not here last session. But when we had gone shopping, I thought there was, before we took off, there was a discussion about whether we wanted to fish, and I thought we had not.
I do not remember that.
Okay.
So if you remember that, you're probably more right than I am.
Oh, geez.
All right. So
yeah.
After a few moments, shoot, who would be on? Somebody roll 1d3, please.
D3.
Yes. 2. So Saxon is currently at the helm, and he goes, no fish. But which dock do you recommend? And the fisherman goes, I don't know, man. I pull my boat up on the beach. They don't charge docking fees to the fishing vessels because they want the food. Go to the east ones. And Saxon's like, thanks for the info, and takes and like flicks a coin. Probably a good 100 feet at this guy, and the guy, it like it's a brass coin, so brass has a very specific ring to it. And so you hear this brass coin going in the air as it's ringing out to the guy, and the guy reaches up and catches it and goes, yeah, these docks are fine. And then pulls on his oars and heads back into the towards the shore. In the light of today, there is a pall of smoke over this city. It is hard to tell. It doesn't look like the city has burned down. City, I'm saying, it's a town. But there definitely is a lot more smoke than you would have expected for it is currently the Topaz. So it is currently this is day 3 of Topaz. So the 3rd day of fall season. And you are nearish the equator, so people aren't burning wood for warmth. But the fisherman didn't seem scared to go back into shore. It is 10 p.m. on the 3rd of Topaz. And you guys are probably at this point, you guys are up on deck. Just that end of trip anticipation. And you hear, the first thing you do is you hear the rigging creak as the wind direction shifts, and you feel the ship start leaning a little more over, and you start picking up speed, and it went from you were covering a mile in a day to like 6 miles an hour. The ship, it's the water's still fairly glassy smooth, but the ship rapidly comes into shore, and Saxon points towards an empty dock over here, and comes up and just he like it's a art form to watch a trained crew bring in the sails to like break against the wind in such a way that as the ship is coming up to the dock, it's moving, it's just creeping along at such a speed that the couple of the deckhands run to the weather rail, toss ropes at people on the dock. The ropes are caught and wrapped around the bolsters of the dock, pulling the ship to the dock, and breaking its final speed forward.
Momentum.
And it ship comes to rest without having to drop an anchor or fend off at all. And it's a thing of beauty to behold, right? And the sailors proceed to finish lashing down the sails. One of them runs the plank out from the ship to the dock. And as somebody officious looking starts coming up the dock, it's 11 p.m. at this point. Saxon, Saxon, Andrea, and Bert are putting on their official clothes. Putting on their nicer clothes. And coming up, coming out. Andrea and Bert were below deck. Saxon ties off the wheel, and Andrea sees all y'all and goes, successfully arrived Western Continent. It has been an enjoyable sail.
Thank you for the safe passage.
Yeah, that was a little sketchy there for a minute, but otherwise the ocean was fairly good. It's kind to us this time. She offers hand to shake to anybody who wants it. About this time, the officious-looking person sets up a small lectern, I think is the proper term, at the end of the gangplank, and sets a like an assistant comes up, sets a book on top of the lectern, and he gets out a ever-glowing torch, magical torch, sets it up kind of back behind him, on, it's a 6-foot pole, so he sets it up kind of behind him to give him some light, and looks expectantly at you guys as he waits for somebody to come on to the shore. Sorry, Riisha, you sailed into shore, and boy, are your arms tired.
We'll shake Andrea's hand and walk off onto the dock and almost do a Captain Jack Sparrow walk as he hits the dock.
All right.
I think
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I should have said this right away, but I think as Lumi is walking off the dock there, Beraald will have scooped up Lucy and shoves past Lumi to get off the ship as soon as possible.
It's as you guys get off the ship, it's even in calm seas, there was always either a tilt or a roll to the deck. It was never still, and suddenly you're standing on it's wooden planking, but it's still solid, and it takes your brain like just a moment to go, I'm on solid ground now. Why isn't it moving? It should be moving, sort of thing. And as the first of you come off, the officious person, man in his probably 60s, he's got gray hair. You're thinking half orc. He's giving half orc, but like with the light behind him kind of shading his face, it's kind of hard to like pin him down. But he's got a long gray queue. Like he's not balding at all. He's got a long gray hair pulled into a queue in the back of his head. That's hanging down his back. He's got a nice like blue coat with boards on the shoulders with like little hanging bits of cloth. It looks very official. Official. Yeah, both of those mean the same thing, right?
Oh,
And he goes
officiously official.
Yeah, exactly. And he goes, ship and business, please.
Still in Kartukian Common.
Yep, still in Kartukian Common.
Lumi will just look over his shoulder, trying to not wobble, trying to keep from wobbling as best he can as he is standing on something that's connected to Mother Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And look up the ship and just do a tiny shrug of his shoulders.
Because you don't understand, right?
Yep.
Thought so. All right. So
the first two people off the ship have no idea what's going on.
Yep. So he sees you staring at him in confusion and goes, ship and oh shoot, what did I say last time? Ship and
Business.
Business. Yes, thank you. Ship and business. And he says this in Elven.
Still nothing for.
I'll try. In Celestial, I'll go.
In Celestial or Sylvan?
Celestial. What are you saying?
He looks at you. You're not like trying to get past him or anything, right?
No, I'm just standing there.
Okay. He
Trying
looks.
to let the brain connect back to the earth.
He looks back up at the ship and he goes, do any of you speak a civilized language in Elven?
When I step off the ship, I will talk to him in common. I speak multiple.
Ah, good. Ship and reason for docking.
I forgot the ship's name.
Oh, well. It's the Salty Lady.
The salty lady.
I said that, but I was muted.
Oh.
Ah.
Ah. That's fair. Okay. So Ibrahit pipes in salty lady. Did you have more, or is that it?
I also, while muted, said, "Isn't this the captain's job?"
Okay, so
or the quartermaster or something.
So you hear her snickering behind y'all as you say that, Ibrahit, and at that point,
I say that in Fan.
okay.
So.
Well, they understand Fan. It's
When I speak any other language, my accent is so thick.
oh yeah.
Nice.
Is Russian accent thick? So Bert comes up. Yep. In Fan to you, Ibrahit goes, "Yep, it is actually our job, but this is always a lot of fun." And
I just learned a bunch of languages all at the same time, so I probably say like young maiden of saltiness.
oh, that's please take inspiration. Oh, that's great. Bert comes out and goes, "We're the Salty Lady, and this was a charter voyage. Those you see who are confused by your words are the chartors, the people who hired us. What's the proper term?
Clients? I don't know.
That's
Wait,
probably
what were the
correct.
Suckers.
Oh,
Charterers?
Charterers.
Patrons? No. Anyway.
And the guy nods and goes, docking fees 5% of the charter cost. And
Oh,
it is charterer.
we didn't pay anything. It was free.
I don't believe you. If you didn't pay anything, then you obviously have money to pay me. And he starts doing some mental math. Where from? He looks back at Bert, and Bert goes in common. Kirsch. He's still doing some mental math. So you are invisible, correct, Riisha? So you can get past him no problem.
Affirmative. Customs agents, no thanks.
Riisha doesn't have anything to smuggle. Also, Riisha still sneaks past the customs agent.
Riisha has nothing to smuggle that we know of.
Fair enough. So he's going. He says small vessel is at least 300 brass to charter. So 5% of 300. My brain fails at that. This is going to be 6 something. 15. Haha, 15 brass. He goes 15 brass from the charterers, and he goes to yells back at Bert and goes, it's 5 brass a day to be docked. There are free buoys out in the bay, if you have your own boat to get to shore. And Andrea yells, "All right, we'll let our clients get off board, and then we will warp out to one of the buoys." He nods and says to you all who are standing in front of him, 15 brass, please.
I'll pay him 15 brass.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't seem to care. Like, you guys have some Do you actually have much of anything as far as luggage left at this point?
I just have the stuff I'm wearing in my backpack.
I was gonna say, I think you mostly just have your backpack. So it doesn't take long.
We have the box.
Right, but the box can be carried pretty easily by Zari. And you didn't have like any big crates or anything. So
We finished off our cheese, right?
the cheese is gone, especially since you had to give some of it to the turtle.
Yep.
Also, the cheese was a not salty thing that you were eating. So after like a month and the salt was starting to get real intense, it's like, oh, but we can eat cheese. And after like 3 days of constipation, you guys were out of cheese.
Oh my god.
Look, I know what too much cheese causes. So yeah, you guys paid, Criior paid for your thing. As you guys finish offloading, Andrea kind of looks out over Forest Cliff.
I don't have to pay a fee. It wasn't each.
No, it wasn't each.
Oh, okay. I'll just put that back in my inventory.
Yeah, yes, do. As you're not even offloading any like goods, he kind of gives you an eyebrow, and as the Andrea comes to the thing and says we'll be in town for we'll be in port for a while. See if there's anything worth carrying back, carrying either east or west. So feel free to hire a ship out, or hire a boat out to the ship if we're still moored. And it's been a very pleasant experience. And then she turns to one of her crew members and goes, get the gangplank up, and half the crew can have shore leave once we are tied off. Attaboy. And this gets everybody into action.
Did you say at a buoy? At a buoy?
Yes, at a buoy.
Was this near Beraald?
Sure, you've heard.
Like, was Beraald in distance, and could Beraald understand?
She would have been speaking in Kartukian Common. So
Oh, okay. All
probably not.
right. Okay. It was going to be a long walk for a very short joke, but
but now I want to know.
well, this whole time he would have been just sort of breathing with Lucy, making sure she was okay, just sort of readjusting, la, and at a buoy he would have said thank you. That's it. Like attaboy.
Attaboy.
That's all. Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Ugh.
I love it. All right. Guy packs up his things. One of his assistants takes the money from him, puts it into his like under his cloak. Picks up one person picks up the light pole. The guy picks up his book. Another person, where he had signed, he like wrote down the ship and arrival date and payment. He picks up and holds onto his book. Somebody else has got the lectern, and he walks his way back onto shore from the dock. At which point you guys see the crew has lowered the longboat over the side and has dropped the anchor into it, and is currently rowing the anchor out away from the shore, so that you can do the whole thing again where they draw the anchor up to pull the boat out 100 feet in a direction and maybe pick up some wind to sail to a buoy. Also, now I have a joke running through my head that is wrong for the current thing.
Oh.
Well, you know how to tell the gender of your ants, right?
No.
You throw them in the water, and the ones that float are boy ants
Oh God. Oh God.
or boy ant. Yes. Look, it's both inappropriate, and I said it wrong. So.
No, it was perfect. I've
Uh,
missed this.
Uh-huh. All
Carry
right,
on.
so yeah, you guys are it's 10:30, 11 o'clock p.m. at this point. The ship is the salty lady is making fairly good progress out into the bay, as smooth as it is. You can see it by the deck lights that they have strung up just to help them see where to go and find one of the floating boys. And there are all manner of bar type establishments along, like, at least the bottom floor of most of these buildings look like drinking establishments.
I need something that isn't salty and isn't a stale tea. Need fresh tea.
Yeah. Let's grab something to eat.
All right.
Lumi will scan the dockside for drinking establishments that seem to be more advertising food than others. If there is such a thing.
Honestly, give me a luck roll.
Oh.
Quick question about bag of holding. Quick answer about bag of holding. Ooh, a 19. Okay.
After Lumi's roll.
So, Lumi, you scan the dockside, and you're like, that's the place. And you lead your crew into this building here. And it is fairly, usually you figure dockside bar, raucous sailors, place isn't hopping, because it's not a bar. With a 19, this is like a full-on sit-down restaurant. There's a lectern, I think is still the right word, at the door with a elf woman. She's got her hair like styled up into, it's in an up style that like emphasizes her pointy ears. She has forest green eyes, a forest green dress on, a string of pearls around her neck, and as you walk in, she looks at you and goes, seating for 7?
I'm guessing still Kartuki.
Still Carthusian common. That's the what's the proper term? Trade language.
So Lumi will just go right in Faye into the group. I'm walking first, but I don't speak the language. Anyone?
Yeah, table for 7 will do.
She's like, all right, please follow me. And she sachets her way to a large round table, not in the middle of the room, but kind of off to the side. There are several tables around you. Most of the guests are wearing, like, you're the only ones that are like in armor and salty sea stuff, but there are definitely guests wearing, like, there's a table of 2 that's like a guy who's dressed to the 9s seated with another guy who's dressed to the like 7s. The guy who's dressed to the 9s is obviously trying to impress somebody. The guy dressed to the 7s is like interested but definitely skeptical. There is a group of, look like they're wearing nice silk shirts and leather pants. They, like, one of them has a notepad and a pencil and is currently like sketching down ideas. Riisha is mysteriously in her ball gown. So Riisha has, I mean, you're invisible, so changing into your ball gown while you're invisible is absolutely a thing you could have done. Makes it much easier to find a changing room if you're invisible. Everything's a changing room.
That's brilliant.
Anyway, you guys are seated at a table. There is a pitcher of water. There's like seats for 8, like seating. Knife, spoon, fork. For 8, she takes a couple of them and a couple of the chairs away as she seats you down. And walks back, like puts the extra silverware and stuff off the side. Flatware. It's not silver. It's this would be wood carved flatware, right? But like fairly nice wood carved flatware. Couple there's mugs for 8. There's mugs for 6 on the table, along with a fairly good sized pitcher of water. And yeah, it's you guys are seated. You don't feel out of place so much as you feel like you are probably at the bottom end of place in this place.
That's interesting.
You walk into the restaurant and you see half the people are in, you're wearing t-shirt and pants. You see half the people are wearing like button-up shirts and slacks, but there's there's a couple other people who are wearing, like one's wearing a graphic tee and like ratty pants, and you're like, well, we're not that bad, and they're feeding them. That sort of feeling, right?
Yep.
I don't know if anybody else has had that anxiety, but I sure have.
I don't go out to eat.
Well, okay.
But I totally understand.
Yeah. Suda's question. Bags of holding are subliminal spaces. No, stuff does absolutely go stale inside of a bag of holding.
Oh.
It's not a bag of preservation. Like that is would be a much smaller, that is a much more specialized space. You could absolutely buy a bag of holding that would keep dry goods fresh for longer, or one that would like freeze food that's put in it. But those are not. So a bag of holding is a separate reality that works basically like our reality. It's just that it's just its own pocket dimension. Like it doesn't have any special attributes other than it is not physically in our dimension.
And it has no air.
It has whatever air was in it when the bag was opened.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, because Lumi, you were in that for a while, right?
He was stoned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was petrified.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
he was a stone, so he didn't need to breathe.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, so if you climb into a bag, if a bag of holding has an opening large enough to climb into, you can, I think run out of air within 10 or 15 minutes with a normal bag of holding.
If it's closed.
Yeah, once
Oh.
it's
Open, you can
closed.
still breathe.
Yeah,
10
if
or
it's open, you
15
can still
minutes.
breathe, but it's also, you can be like, if it's open, somebody could see that it's there and see the opening. And
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Since we're talking about this, if when you said see that it's there, you're saying someone could peek in and realize that it's a bag of holding?
could peek in and realize that there's a person in there, or shoot an
Okay,
arrow
sorry,
in, or
okay. Okay, all right. Sorry.
or if like you're in a flaming room and you dive into a bag of holding, it wouldn't protect you from the lack of air and stuff in the flaming room. Like, it wouldn't save you unless you closed it, and
Oh.
you can't open a bag of holding from the inside.
Oh my.
The bag of holding description specifically says it has enough air for 10 minutes divided by the number of creatures breathing inside it.
There you go.
Oh, so many cool things to write down.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so once if you are enclosed in a bag of holding, you are in the bag of holding until somebody else opens the bag of holding.
At the mercy of other people.
Mm-hmm.
And you said it's 10 minutes for each person, basically.
Yeah. 10 minutes divided. So if there's 5 people in there, it's 2 minutes of air.
Oh.
Box of holding is bigger than a bag of holding, isn't it?
The box of holding is a little bigger than the bag of holding, yes.
Like the interior?
Yeah.
It wouldn't affect the amount. If it's
Yeah.
a little bigger, that probably doesn't change the amount of air by enough to matter.
No.
Mm.
The box of holding is actually harder to get in and out of, too, because it's a rigid opening. This is why you wear it as a helmet. That's not how that works.
Yeah, close the drawstring around your neck.
Uh-huh. There's something head fall off.
Mama had a baby and its head fell off.
I don't
No,
actually.
nope.
No, I don't
Nope.
think so. All right. So anyway, yes, you guys are seated. A waiter comes up and comes up to the table. They are wearing a nice suit. Like, they have a pearlescent blue vest over a white silk shirt. It's that kind of ruffly silk, because obviously pirates. But pearlescent blue vest over a white silk shirt. This is an orc man of maybe 20 years. Very, very green, very like alligator green skin. He is, you would swear he's a bodybuilder, but he's wearing a suit, so obviously he can't be a bodybuilder, because that's how that works. But he's got that triangular shape that some men have, where it's like very broad shoulders, narrow waist, narrower legs, small feet, sort of thing. And he walks up to you and says in a very
Really easy to knock over. Got it.
right.
Disadvantage on saving throws against being prone.
Right. He's top heavy, of course. He comes up to you and says in a very cultured, like practice cultured, Kartukian common, he goes, "And what may we start you with this evening?" something to drink, appetizers. You guys haven't seen a menu.
We haven't seen a menu.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wait. No, sorry. Beraald wouldn't have heard this.
Right.
Apologies.
No, Beraald doesn't know the language.
Right. Sorry.
No, but Riisha would sarcastically clap her hands. Translator!
What language did you say it in, Riisha?
Fan.
Okay. He blinks at you a little bit, tilts his head to the side, and says in Kartukian, 1 moment, please. And he goes back. He goes back into the like through the kitchen door or through the wherever waiters go to exist between coming out to see people. That liminal space of waiterness, waiterdom.
You mean the kitchen?
Yeah, that.
The back of house, as they say?
I don't know. These technical terms are too hard.
Walk-in freezer.
Right. Oh man, that'd be so nice right now. All right, and he comes out a few moments later, and he has a earring. It's because we're all nerds here. He has the oh shoot.
Babblefish.
Well, yes, but I have a description in my brain, and I can picture the actress and her makeup. So Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Kira?
709?
No.
No, the Bihorian.
That's Voyager.
Yeah. The Bajoran. She's got a
Yeah.
Bajoran earring, or he's got a Bajoran earring on, basically. I forget. It's
Boy, you put Kira into gift search, you just get Death Note.
So so it's like attached to the top of the ear, and then it's got a chain down to the bottom of the ear. Do that. Kira, Deep Space Nine. That. No. Why does it? Okay. Copy image. Nope. Why does copy image not work? I hate it so much.
There you go. As soon as it loads.
That one right there.
There you go.
Yes, thank you, Ashes. The Bajoran earring, basically, on his ear, and goes, and he speaks, and he says, yes, I believe this will work. And he says it in common, and you guys understand it in Feyan. And there's a weird little bridge in your memory of, he didn't say those words in that language, but your brain rewrote them into something you could understand. Because
Lumi will do a visible double take on that sensation. Like, as he starts to speak, Lumi just focusing off, and then goes, "What?" and stares back at the waiter when he finds that he's understanding it.
And the waiter nods and goes, so can I start you with anything to drink or maybe appetizers?
Tea,
Riisha
hot,
in her
please.
Yep, in her cautious accent would be like, "Yes, good sir. I would like the finest cup of tea you have."
Tree or herbal?
Recommendation.
The herbal tea this time of year is a nice raspberry a nice raspberry leaf with raspberry fruit syrup.
Sounds divine.
Okay.
Absolutely exquisite.
He nods.
Yes, please. One of those, please.
All right. Anybody else would like something to drink?
Fresh water.
I'll have the raspberry tea as well.
Oh, very well.
What is something? Oh, I'm so
Go ahead.
sorry. What is something that we would not have had access to
probably
on the ship?
You probably ran out of beer a month ago. You ran out of wine a week after that. You haven't had water that didn't taste a little salty in months.
Okay.
Pretty much anything. Fresh squeezed fruit juice has been a memory. You are on Beraald lime juice for the last several weeks. That's part of your grog. Your grog, so hard liquor, you have absolutely had recently because it's mixed into a grog with
Right.
brown sugar and Beraald lime juice. But fresh squeezed juice or anything alcoholic that's not like distilled liquors. So wines or beers would be out. Something you haven't had in a long time. Not salty water or fresh squeezed juice.
Okay. Beraald would like to order a big glass of water, please, and a big glass. Do you have juice? Any fresh juice?
We have fresh squeezed orange. We have strawberry raspberry. What is the proper term for when you water it down? I guess aid. But aid is usually like limeade, lemonade, like a citrus. So, whatever describes a like berry juice that's not like pure juice. It's got. We also have orange juice and lemon and limeade.
I'll take one of everything but the lime one.
Very well. He's taking
Orange
notes.
juice for me.
Mm-hmm. Very good, madam. All right. I think everybody has put in an order. He goes, and appetizers for the table or no?
What kind of appetizers do you have?
We have deep fried crab dumplings, and we have a spinach and sour cream dip.
Fresh, soft, buttered bread.
Ooh, yes. He makes a note. Of course, you do appear to be just off a ship, so soft bread indeed. All right, I will be back in a few when we can talk about our mains. And he bustles back into the thing. Within a very short amount of time, a couple of like a waiter and a waitress come out. Beraald is given just an array of stuff in front of him. Lucy is currently like as she's like at the table, a bowl of water is put in front of her, and she's just like, this is really good. This is really good water. What is it with oath and it, like even the fresh water tastes salty. This is really good water. This is like really fresh. It's not salty at all.
Yes, I agree. I think the wind makes everything salty.
Why would the wind make things salty? It's wind, not salty.
Because it picks up the spray from the ocean and puts it on everything.
Oh,
that
that explains why I'm itchy all the time.
We have to get you a bath.
Ooh, they have baths here probably. Yeah. All right. So the one of the waiters, one of the gal is like handing out drinks, was a little surprised by the list of things that Beraald has to drink, but you just have a whole array of drinks in front of you. And then both of those go back into the kitchen, and one of them comes back out with a warm, like, bolus is I think the proper term, but that like half, the half sphere almost of bread, with several slices, like 3 or 4 slices about an inch thick, cut from it, with a large serrated knife so that you can continue cutting more of them, and 2 jars, so two ceramic vessels of butter. One of them just looks like straight butter, and one of them looks like honey butter. And they're obviously cold. And the bread, if you reach for a piece, is got that just out of the oven warmth. So you're let sit for 5 or 10 minutes. You guys, it's been so long since you've had fresh baked soft bread.
Ugh.
Like that yeasty, warm, as you take a bite of it, you go, oh yeah, that's the stuff. That sort of bread. And about the time that you guys have, Lumi and Riisha have finished their first cup of tea, it is amazing. Like if you've ever had fresh herbal tea, like you pick the herbs yourself fresh, yeah, that's what this tastes like. And you can even, like, as you finish the sip, you realize that there's like raspberry seeds in the bottom of this thing.
Oh, ew.
Oh,
So that's how you know if it has real raspberries.
You gotta you gotta strain your tea. You gotta put this stuff in an infuser. You can't have the solids in the part you drink.
All right. So the waiter comes back out, and goes, and for mains we have a roast, and we have a bird, and we have a fish. The roast is, he doesn't give an animal, but it is roasted over a open fire, served with that thing that you put in the oven, and it like climbs up super tall, and then it deflates itself a little bit.
this is an
Souffle?
incredible day.
Yeast?
No,
Souffle?
it's not a type of souffle. It's a traditional British thing that goes along with roast.
Yorkshire pudding?
That. Thank you.
I love Yorkshire pudding.
So it comes with, he wouldn't call it York. What is a good name for? It wouldn't be Yorkshire pudding, but
Yorkshire pudding.
Yorkshire pudding. Thank you. Take another inspiration, please. I know you can't, but
I can't.
so yes, Yorkshire pudding. So he goes, it's roast with, or it's roast beast with root vegetables and Yorkshire pudding. The poultry is a honey and orange glazed, deep fried squab, I think is the proper term. It's a small bird, basically pigeon.
Squab is pigeon.
Okay, yep. So it's basically exactly what I thought it was. All right, good. I'm glad somebody else is saying and knows these words. And
I know words.
you're definitely better words today than I am.
I forget words all the time, but I've learned all of them.
Yeah.
Like every word.
every
single one.
You've learned everyone. And and by the way, he's saying all this in Kartukian Common. And your brain is doing that translation half a beat after the word is said sort of thing. So it's almost like those old kung fu movies where the person's mouth's moving and the voice actor who's doing the English lines are kind of trying to match the voice flap or the mouth flaps, but they're phrasing is different lengths, so it's not quite working out right. That sort of thing. And the fish is flounder cooked in a white wine sauce.
No fish.
Yeah.
But the pork, or sorry, the roast or the poultry though, or both?
I'll go for the roast.
The roast. Very well.
Yes, I shall have the beast.
You shall have the beast. All right.
Beraald will have whatever they're having.
All right. So three for the roast. And for you, ma'am, he says to Zari.
Roast sounds good as well.
All right. And for you, he looks at Riisha.
Another spot with tea, my good sir.
Just tea. Very
In
well.
a completely different accent.
Uh-huh. I gathered.
Iced tea, please.
Iced tea.
Cold.
I'll have to see if we have any ice. But I'll see what I can do.
I'll take hot if you can't.
He nods. Did that get everybody? I think they got everybody. All right. And he goes back. So it's roasts around the table with the exception of Lumi and Riisha. So 10 minutes go by. The waitress apologizes to you, Lumi, when she comes out with your second round of tea, that they do not have any ice. But here, gives you another glass of hot tea. Riisha, you get more tea as well. And each of you who ordered the roast. So this is a platter or a plate, probably a 10-inch plate. It's got a 1.5 inch thick hunk of dark meat on it. There is a mushroom gravy that is like it's a brown gravy. It is poured over the beast. There are new potatoes and small carrots that were obviously roasted similar time to, or probably in with either in with the roast or if it was enclosed or however, right? So we have roast carrots and potatoes and parsnips. All of them are small whole ones. And then you have a ceramic, it's coffee mug size ceramic dish with a Yorkshire pudding in it, which is, for those of you who don't know what Yorkshire pudding is, it's a type of bread. You cook it in a dish. It inflates to like a huge puff up thing, and then after you're done cooking, it mostly deflates. It usually has a large bubble in the middle of it. That's what gives it the poof. But you know, it has a Yorkshire pudding in it, and so it's all right around. And the waiter says to you, enjoy your meal. If anything, this meal is undersalted, and none of you care. Because it's one of those things where if we were being honest with ourselves, this meal needs more salt. But if we've been having salt beef for the last several months, we don't need any more salt. This tastes like something that tastes very good, assuming you like roast. Your glasses are not topped up other than the water. As you work your way through them, Beraald, some of your like empty glasses are taken away from you. Lucy was given a portion of what? Actually, no. Lucy can speak. What, Beraald, would Lucy have ordered?
I don't actually know what raccoons eat outside of cotton candy.
Everything.
Everything. Yeah, pretty much.
She had access to she had anise cookies, right? So
Right.
she had enough licorice.
Yep.
So she had the fish. So I actually just think she would be plinking around in all of Beraald's drinks.
Oh.
And then and then I feel like she would just be eating what he ate. I can't think of anything that she
Okay. So
want,
so Lucy, despite having been offered food, has decided that table scraps are the more raccoon way to do this. And so Beraald, every time you look away, you like, as you're conversating with somebody else at the table, you will then look back at your plate and like a potato has gone missing. These are the new potatoes, like the 1-inch diameter size potatoes, right? Like a potato has gone missing, and there's this bowl of water that Lucy was given as her drink, but she also has stolen a couple of your cups to like actually drink out of, and she's like washing the potato in the water.
Oh God.
And then take a bite out of it and wash the potato in the water. That raccoons. Which makes her water bowl disgusting looking, because she's washed all of the sauce off of the vegetables into the water, but they're very clean before she puts them in her mouth.
Does she also take some of the bread?
Oh yeah, she's taken it.
Okay, good. She's
taken an end of bread. She knows better than to wash bread, because that just makes soggy bread.
Oh, dang. Okay, all right.
All right.
Thank you.
The meal is everything that you have been dreaming of for the last 6 weeks. And by that, I mean, it's not oversalted and it's not preserved. It's not the finest food you guys have ever eaten. well, no, it's probably not the finest food you ever eaten, but there's also a certain perspective on that where it's the classic line, hunger is the best spice. This is definitely a meal where novelty is an amazing spice, because you're not necessarily like, you guys weren't starving, you had enough food, right? But the novelty of having something that isn't salt pork or salt beef and peas is just, or cheese or whatever. It's you feel like as you are getting full towards the end of your meal, that this will be a meal you'll probably remember for a very long time. And about this point, the waiter walks back up to the table and goes, and will we be having anything for dessert?
What kind of sweets? I know we had access to a lot of cheese. What kind of sweets did we have available to us?
You guys had candies for sure, because those preserve really well. Like cookies is something that I think Zari got the ingredients to be able to make, pastries and cookies and stuff. And you guys had access to a stove where you could do that sort of cooking sometimes. But you wouldn't have had cakes or anything that would take a long baking time or any sort of delicate baking. Because, rolling ship.
Okay.
I have to imagine we'd run out of butter real quick if we were baking.
Yeah, butter was a thing that you guys definitely bought a lot of and has been gone for a while. So, like no buttercream frosting.
Beraald is looking at the rest of them to see what and if they're going to order, but also with eyebrows that say, we're getting dessert, right? Hopeful eyebrows.
I'm just dreading the bill here.
That's fair.
This place is so fancy. It's too fancy to have a menu, guys.
Is this happening IRL? Like, is Iberkeet whispering
No.
this? No.
She's probably not
you see
savvy on social norms enough to pick up on that.
Okay.
I would say that you would
I wonder what type of plates do they have? Do they have square plates? Are they pie tins, or do they just bring it right out on a cutting board?
No, these are
license plates.
These are okay. So it's like a 10-inch dish. It is wooden, but it is a finely turned, finely sanded, close-grained wood.
Okay. That makes Iberkeet realize, oh, this place is going to be expensive. Because she knows woodworking.
Oh, yeah, well, and okay, so from your perspective, so given your character's perspective, you might have there might have been an oh shit moment, because the silverware is fairly finely crafted wooden silverware, right? The plates are wooden plates. The mugs are wooden mugs. You all come from a part of the world where wood is a luxury good. And here they are serving food on it as if it's, a normal dinner plate.
Yeah, but I know woodworking, so I know how well crafted this is.
Somebody spent some time on these plates.
Having a lot of these plates and this cutlery in wood would cost so much money. Maybe not as much as where I'm from, but because
Yeah.
wood's more abundant here. But the work put into it is that's craftsmanship, man.
Well, and it's not like the wood has a bunch of like food stains on it either.
Oh no. Okay, yeah. So yes, now I'm like, this is gonna cost so much. Now I'm out loud like being nervous about the bill to the rest of the party.
At which point, Berald's eyebrows, like, he furrows his eyebrows seriously, but also with trying to mask his disappointment, but probably not fully. And no one else has said anything yet, but hopeful eyebrows to, oh yes, I understand eyebrows.
I also understand eyebrows.
Well, Bloom is just looking very content after the second cup of very delicious raspberry herbal tea. If you want dessert, Beraald, just get it. We can probably afford it.
And looks around one more time to see if there are any. Do the don't feelings outweigh the go ahead feelings visibly by anyone?
Well, you have a raccoon next to you that's like, yes, please.
Sure, of course.
Of course.
Riisha looks completely indifferent. Almost like nobody else is here.
So then Beraald will just look at Ibrakit, shrug his shoulders, with a like, sorry, and then ask ask Lumi to ask for ooh, Beraald's gonna ask Zari for a suggestion. Like,
Sorry,
Yes.
what should I ask for? I want to try something that we haven't tried. You've been amazing. You've taken such good care of us. But you know, we're here. And we're really happy to be off the ship, so I'd like to celebrate a little bit. Do you have any suggestions?
I mean, I don't really know what this region's specialty is.
Oh,
Like there's, like, I know our region stuff. I got to know a little bit of Kirsch's. But yeah. We're near the equator, right?
Yes.
So is this more of a tropical setting or a temperate setting, or
It's much more tropical than where you guys came from. So since you guys seem to be interested in having dessert, he's like, we do have angel food cake, or a sponge cake with fruit syrup and powdered sugar. We have sorry, what?
sorry.
Well, go
That.
that. Oh, okay. Anybody else? We also have a selection of fruit tarts with
Oh.
whipped cream, and also we have some. We have a brain a cheesecake, I believe it is called, with a local fruit syrup.
Now, Mia, am assuming that Beraald is hearing this just interpreted by
Correct.
one of the crew.
So every time he speaks, it's interpreted in your brain by his magical ear.
Oh, right. God dang it. I'm so sorry.
No, you're
yes,
fine.
correct, of course. So Beraald, you had said there were 3 things, I believe, right?
Yes.
That you had said the first thing. Okay. And the second thing
Is
and-
a fruit tart with whipped cream.
yes.
And
Oh,
the
I'd
third
like
thing-
one of those too.
Oh, so, and the third
Yeah.
was cheesecake.
No, wait. No. Beraald, damn it. I was gonna say Beraald before asking for the third thing was gonna look to the gang and say,
Does anyone know what shoot brain cheesecake is?
all of the jokes are failing today. God dang it.
Please take inspiration, Beraald.
Oh, thank you. And Beraald just looks at everybody and says,
That too. I'll pay for this. I'll pay for this part.
He says, very well. And does anybody else want dessert?
Can I just have a bowl with fruits?
Oh, absolutely, sir.
I think I will do the same.
I'll take that sponge cake.
All right. And he goes back in and so each of you that orders dessert, there is a small stemmed glass that, as it's put down at the table, it like condenses over and a bottle of white wine is then poured into this glass. So shortly thereafter, shortly after the wine is placed at your side, so the sponge cake, or angel food cake, depending on who you talk to and what part of the country you live in, is placed, and it is a fairly sizable chunk, obviously cut from it's cut out of a donut, right? Just like a normal sponge cake is done. And it has a dusting of powdered sugar over the top of it, and there are rosetted strawberries that are placed on the plate around it. The tart, the fruit tart, is a 2-inch tart, so it's not a very big one. It's got, bottom crust, top crust. It has like out of the vent hole in the middle of the tart is a very dark, like, liquid has bubbled up out of it. Some sort of dark fruit has made this tart up, and then kind of it's served in its own pie dish, right? And then there is a bigger dish that it's served on. These are metal pie dishes, right? But it's served on a bigger wooden plate, and half on the pie and half over the side of the pie is whipped cream.
Ugh.
And then the cheesecake is a slice, so You can tell how rich a cheesecake is by how big of a piece they give you. This is the sort of piece that's like 3 inches long and only about an inch wide at the back. It's laying on the plate. There's a crumble crust on the bottom. There's no evidence of like brown on the cheesecake itself. It's like a very pale color. And then there is a fruit syrup that is drizzled over like in a pattern over the top of the cheesecake, and it's giving smells of mango and orange and lime. Yeah, and those are all right out in front of you. And if you take a sip of the wine, it is a very sweet white dessert wine. And it's served in a 2-ounce glass that is cold to the touch. Lucy makes grabby hands at the pie. Like, can that one be mine? Can this one be mine? Can I have this one?
Of course.
And there is now a purple raccoon sitting at the table. Just into it. And she's like, this is very good. And just, you know a baby, if you give them something with frosting on it, somehow frosting arrives at everywhere except for inside the mouth. Yeah, that's Lucy right now. Just pie everywhere.
Beraald, with a mouthful, at chewing contentedly, just looks at her and smiles, gives her a little head scritch, and just says,
I love you, girl.
Thanks. This is really good. Do you think they could give me another one? There wasn't as much here as I thought there was.
Maybe later. We have to be careful how much money we're spending tonight. This is a very fancy place.
So it was Sorry, I'm now working up the bill. Beraald had all of the drinks. So
except for the lime. It's very important.
Yep. And then Beraald had 3 desserts. Who else had dessert?
I had a bowl of fruits.
Okay, the bowl of fruit would be 2 people had bowls of fruit, or 3? 2, I think.
I think 2.
And then Beraald had 3 desserts. Who else had dessert other than the bowl of fruit?
I had the cake.
Cake. Okay, so 4 desserts.
Cake, spicy cake.
All right, and then the dessert wine. And none of you ordered anything alcoholic other than the dessert wine. So that was 4 of you.
I just had a tea and water.
Right. All right, so he comes back out to the table as the remnants of your food are being cleared away. Lucy is currently has a new bowl in front of her and is using it to wet her hands and then slick back her fur and collecting pie off of her fur to get back into her mouth and wash her hands again, as you do. The tablecloth has gotten a little purple next to her. And the waiter comes up and goes, all right, total for this evening is 25 brass.
How does splitting the check work in this world? Is it a thing, or?
It's up to you guys.
Lumi will
I mean,
just
we can all put in money. We just have to decide amongst ourselves how we divide that up. Do we divide it evenly, or do we divide it by what we got? Because
Lumi will count out 25 brass coins and put on the table. I got this one. If y'all want to tip them, you deal with that.
Brass is G.
Yes, correct.
P.
yeah,
Oh wow. Okay.
I'll add a
I'll
brass
put-
to that.
I will put an additional 6 of my Kirsch brass on the table for tip,
Okay. You can.
which is a huge tip.
Yeah, that's a real big tip. All right, and he as you guys work out paying him, leaving the money on the table. You see his expression go from "Are these people going to pay me, or are they going to try to get out of this?" to "Ooh, I like this group. This group is good."
Question: have you noticed what Riisha did?
I did just notice what Riisha did. And he like waits to see if somebody's gonna like. Are you guys gonna pay more than double what was charged, or are you gonna just let Riisha's and whatever tips you guys are putting in do it? Because
I'm not gonna stop her.
fair enough.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, so you guys pay significantly over what was owed, and he has a small smile on his face and goes, may I get a name of the group? I next time you're here at the Green Forest, the Green Forest. What is the name of? What is the third word of restaurant? Green Forest Restaurant. Yeah, that'll work.
Bistro?
Green Forest Eatery.
Eatery. No, I don't like eatery. That sounds very Green Forest
Cheap.
Kitchen.
There you go. I like kitchen. See, naming things in my games is always a group affair because I'm bad at it. So next time you're at the Green Forest Kitchen, I will have a special table reserved. Yeah, and they're like, as you guys get up to leave, they start clearing the table. He obviously like puts the money into collects the money from the table and goes immediately back into the back. Perception check, please, from everybody. Oh, he did ask for your name.
The Lights of Miiva.
Lights of Miiva. He nods. Oh, Lumi with a 33. I'm sorry, that's too high. Sorry, no. There was a range, and you had hit in the middle of the range, not. All right.
Go over the range.
Not go over the range.
Yeah, you overshot it.
Can you guys explain what you're talking about?
I can hear Grunthos.
Yeah, you can. So I'm just asking for a perception check, Mia. That I'm joking about.
Yes.
Lumi rolling a 33 on a perception check. He can hear somebody's heartbeat from the next room.
Okay, understood. Sorry, thank you.
Purposefully fudges. So Riisha walks out the room without having heard this. But so what he says, as he's taking the earring off, so it ends in, if you don't understand common, you won't get the end of it. But the start of it, for those of you getting higher than a 15, which is everybody except for Riisha and Zari, apparently, is remember that group, they tip amazingly. I got to write down what they asked for so we have it next, so we're ready for them. And so yeah, so that's basically what he says, like, you will be remembered here. Waiter enjoyed that greatly.
Waiter will remember this.
Waiter will remember this. Yes, exactly. Or waiter liked that. Waiter liked that. There we go. That's the proper terminology. He never did get his name, though. All right. And it's now probably past midnight. The stars are out. There is the sound of industry still going deeper into this town. You still see forge fires burning, and with the coming darkness and there's no city lights, you can see to the southeast, over this southwest, on a hill, you can see lights glowing. You can see lights glowing over there. We'll go with that. And I think that is where we'll end it today. So thank you to my players for playing. Thank you everybody for watching. It has been great having you here. Bye.